routing and data gathering protocol. So next is directed diffusion. So directed diffusion is a data centric paradigm for the sensor query. So for the processing, it will provide energy efficiency, scalability, and robustness. So in that spin, so in that the direct diffusion is a sink is a node, so that broadcasts the request for a specific data throughout the network. So that is called as interest messages. So in that replay link will pointing there towards the neighbor node from which is interested is received. So then GBR. So the GBR is a gradient based routing. So it is a variation of directed diffusion. So the each node memorize the number of hops. So when the interest is diffused, so the each node compute its height. So that is the minimum number of hops to the base station. So the difference between the node's height and its neighbor is a gradient on the link. So forward packet on the link with the largest gradient. So for the data aggregation, so when there are multiple paths pass through the node, so the node can combine the data. So this GBR is used for the traffic spreading. So that is randomly pick the gradient when two or more next hub have the same gradient. So it is a energy based scheme and also it is a steam based scheme. Then rumor routing. So rumor routing is that don't have their flood interest or queries. So this flood events. So when the number of events is small means the number of queries are large. For example, when a node generate the query, a node knowing the route to the corresponding event, so can respond by looking up with the event table. So in that no need for query flooding. So the root query to the node so that have observed the particular event. So in that rumor routing, it will works well only when the number of event is small. So the agent travel the network to propagate their information about the local event. So for the defining the route of an event agent, so it is highly affect the performance of the next hop selection. So occur. So it is a view of WSN is a distributed DB. So it is a complex query. So that is divided into the subqueries. So the base station can send the queries. So when the node generate the this directed diffusion so cannot handle the complex query due to so much flooding. So it can adjust the efficient query processing. So if D is a network diameter means so this occur become the similar to the flooding. So once the query is resolved is completely so it send back to the base station via the reverse path or the shortest path. So geographic and energy aware routing. So it's a restricted number of interest float in the directed diffusion. So in that each node can keep the estimated cost and learning cost of reaching the sink through its neighbors. The estimated cost is equal to so residence energy and distance to the destination. So these are the comparison of different routing protocols. So for the flooding, gossiping, or direct diffusion, lease, and teen and aptech. So these are some classification or comparison of different routing protocol in wireless sensor network. So these are the routing table for selection for the particular application in that WSN. So some other application for habit monitoring. So in environmental monitoring, health monitoring, military, home or office, and production commercial application.